The spring is in full bloom, the air warm and heavy. What once tickled her senses now scorches. Heat rises behind her eyes, pressure builds in her head, and pain tightens at her throat. Each swallow burns when exterior wind heat lingers and transforms into toxic heat. Physicians of the Qing-dynasty turn to Yin Qiao San. In the early Qing-dynasty, Tianshi observed new epidemics spreading through the warm, humid south. Unlike cold pathogens that invade through the skin and pores, these warm pathogens enter through the nose and mouth, first attacking the lungs and throat. From his insights, he formulated the 4 levels theory, tracing the progression of warm disease from the surface at the Wei level down to the qi, yin, and blood. His Wen Treatise on warm heat diseases became a pioneering work, advancing the understanding and diagnosis of infectious febrile diseases and shaping the Wen Bing school that followed. A generation later, Jutong distilled these ideas into practice. In his Wen Bing Tiao Bian systematic differentiation of warm diseases, he organized treatments into a clear sequence of herbal formulas, each matched to its stage of progression. Among them, 2 sister prescriptions stand at the Wei level, Sangju Yin and Yin Qiao San. While Sangju Yin disperses wind heat and vents the lungs when cough prevails, Yin Qiao San addresses the moment that lingering heat intensifies and rises to the head and throat. The formula is cool, acrid, and fragrant. The 2 chief herbs, Jinyanhua, honeysuckle flower, and Lingers, forsythia fruit, take the lead in clearing and dispersing wind heat and resolving heat toxins at the surface. Jinyanhua cools the lungs and throat, venting heat without damaging qi. Lianqiao disperses wind heat and prevents heat toxins from binding in the throat. Niubangzi and Bohe vent and clear wind heat, soothing the throat and eyes. Jiegen lifts and opens the lungs, guiding the formula upward to the throat. Jingjie and Dandouchi support the release of lingering wind heat. Danzhuye clears residual heat and soothes irritation, while Lugan generates fluids and relieves thirst. Gancao harmonizes all the herbs and benefits the throat. Clinically, this is the stage when fever and sore throat predominate, accompanied by headache, slight aversion to wind, and thirst. The tongue is red at the tip and edges with a thin white or yellow coat, and the pulse is floating and rapid, signs that the pathogen remains at the surface, but the heat has begun to rise. Today, Yin Qiao San remains one of the most prescribed formulas for acute upper respiratory infections, tonsillitis, and influenza, conditions marked by sudden fever, sore throat, and rising heat. Modern research confirms its enduring relevance, showing broad antiviral and antibacterial effects, reducing inflammation and protecting the respiratory tract. From the epidemics of Qing-dynasty China to modern clinics today, their wisdom endures. When heat lingers and toxins form, we must not only clear and cool, but also vent and disperse, guiding the flow of qi to preserve harmony. At Eastern Herbal, our mission is to bring these classical formulas to life, not just as lines in a textbook, but as living medicine with stories, clinical pearls, and lessons that continue to guide practice today. If you would like to explore more of these stories, please like, subscribe, and continue the journey with us.